Hello and welcome back to Elder Scrolls Online, the High Isles, and today we're going to continue going through the next quest. So let's see what she has to say, Lady Arabelle.
I hoped that by investigating the Ascendant Order, we'd uncover a clue as to how to find the missing Alliance leaders. Now we have it on good authority that they may be on Amenos. From the cookpot to the campfire, as my great-aunt Ailes used to say.
Cookpot to the campfire? What?
It's just a saying, dear. As you're still on retainer, I'd like you to spearhead our rescue efforts. Jakan will go with you to the island, then you'll split up to search for the royals. It's risky, but there's a lot of ground to cover.
How will we get to the island?
Aboard a prison ship. They sail for Amenos regularly from the Dufort docks. We'll be contracting the services of a Captain Basrush. She's a dear friend. Jakan and I will meet you there after I finish briefing Captain Colleen and the others.
All right, I'll meet you at the Dufort docks.
While you head to the Dufort docks, I'll discuss our plan with the Alliance captains. We'll need them for this to succeed. Captain Basrush will get you to the island safely. I know for a fact she can't refuse a purse full of gold.
How do you know? How do Jukarn and I get off the island once we find the Alliance leaders?
Captains Colleen, Suzo, and Zaji have been procuring ships just for that purpose. The waters around Amenos are treacherous, but I have faith in their skills. I wish I could send more agents to help you, but I prefer to keep a low profile.
A low profile? Why is that?
For the same reason you're traveling by prison ship, so as not to alarm House Menard. We still don't know the extent of their involvement, or if they're making their own play against Emmerich and the others. Anything else, dear, or can we get moving?
Let's see here. I think we need to do these for top two. Tell me more about Captain Barash and her ship.
Oh, Basrush is delightful. You'll get along with her smashingly. We met when she was a smuggler operating along the Sentinel coast. Now she runs under a charter from House Menard, ferrying prisoners and supplies to Amenos Station.
Has Amenos always been a prison?
Goodness, no. It served as a haven for pirates and smugglers once, before the Empire decided it was a perfect place to dump its undesirables. Political prisoners, prisoners of war, rival nobles. Emmerich continues the practice to the current day.
What else should I know about Amenos?
The entire archipelago sits atop the bones of an ancient volcano. Sheer cliffs, jagged reefs, and dangerous currents make Amenos a perfect site for a prison. The only safe landing on the isle is the dock at Amenos Station.
Amenos Station is a town?
I suppose you can call it that. It serves the nearby prison stockade, though the worst offenders are banished to the jungle. The Empire used to send prisoners to Amenos, and it still is a dumping ground for people the authorities want to disappear.
Prisoners have free run of the jungle?
They do something to the prisoners. They call it processing. Once that occurs, they can only survive in the Amenos jungle. They go anywhere else, they die. At least that's what they tell them. So yes, the jungle belongs to the prison gangs.
Tell me more about processing.
It's a closely guarded secret, I'm afraid. When prisoners are selected for banishment, they undergo some sort of magical or alchemical treatment. After that, they can only survive in the jungle. Is it true? Does it matter? The prisoners believe it.
How does House Monard fit into this?
House Menard runs the prison stockade for the Daggerfall Crown. They profit off the prisoner exchanges, the mines in the jungle, other prisoner labor. And they maintain Amenos Station, the only true civilization on the entire island.
Interesting.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
The prison island?
What?
Shouldn't I get a say in this?
Oh, I know you can't stand to be left out of the action.
All right.
Think of the stories you can tell of your daring escape.
Let's
Well, that's
see
true.
here. Where is my...
I guess I'm easy to read.
Oh, and yeah, so I was messing around and I looted a crafting motif 2, Dark Elf style, from one of the trunks in her house. So let's go ahead and learn that. And this will teach us how to craft Dark Elf style gear. And I guess it gave us this little bit of experience there. And I also got a High Isles Brazier Bowl furniture plan and a tarragon chicken recipe. So we'll use all those so we can free up some space in our bag. Alright, so now we need to find Captain Brashar and go from there. Where's my journal selected at? Escape. Meet with the captain. So let's look at the map, see where she's at. She is way up there, which is fine. So we're gonna go ahead and head up there. Last I remember, that place was inhabited by the Ascended Order, so interesting. I like that it's raining. I kind of like that, the rainy weather. Alright, let's just go down here and see what we're going to run into. Maybe the docks have been cleaned up. Ooh. Okay, it looks like maybe they have been cleaned up. I don't see, maybe completing that quest kind of got rid of all those guys. That's cool. Alright, there she is.
Sorry, Lady Arabelle, I couldn't find any of the volumes on your list at my last port.
No time for books today, my darling. My friend has a favor to ask, so play nicely.
Good health to you, Wayfarer. I'm the captain of the Shackled Guar. Now tell me, what grand adventure has Lady Arabelle drafted you into, and what does it have to do with me? Talk fast, Mainlander. I sail for Amenos on the tide.
Lady Arabelle wants us to go with you. We need to get to Amenos without being noticed.
Oh? And I suppose she's offering her usual pouch of gold and the promise of an evening's company at her manor? She does know the way to this sailor's heart.
So you'll get us to Amenos?
If that's your port of call, who am I to argue? Just know the dangers before you step aboard my ship. If they process you in the stockade, you'll never leave Amenos alive. If you head into the jungle, beware the beasts and the gangs of banished.
Gangs of banished?
The gangs of prisoners who band together to survive in the jungle. They're all bad, but the green serpents are the worst. Here, for you and the pretty boy. Disguises. Put them on and try to look appropriately forlorn as you go aboard my ship.
Why do we need disguises?
You need disguises because you want to travel aboard a prison ship. And because you want to avoid notice when we reach Amenos. So, disguises. You'll look like just two more poor bastards bound for the prison island, guaranteed.
How do you know Lady Arabelle?
You know the lady. She picks up strays wherever she goes. Helps with her work, and she enjoys the company. The first time we met, she was supposed to arrest me for smuggling. Instead, she turned me into an operative, and we broke a much larger ring.
Sounds dangerous. How did she convince you to do that?
Oh, the lady has her ways. And I could never say no to a pouch full of gold and a pretty face. Say, your face is pretty. Maybe if you survive and make it off Amenos, you can call on me. Just ask around the docks. Everyone knows Old Bass Rush.
Alright. Got propositioned. Alright, so we need to use the prisoner disguise. And I'm not 100% sure if that's changed since last time I played. I used to be drag it, put it on. Quest items, prisoner disguise, use.
The Shackled Guar is just down the pier. Move, you dirty prisoners.
You get them there, you old sea dog, and I'll get them out.
That's a nice
I'll
outfit.
do my job, Arabelle. And remember, I like pomegranate wine with my salted mutton.
Got a linen shirt and some pants. Alright. They didn't take my staff or his dagger, so. Alright.
All the prisoners are aboard, Captain.
2 more latecomers, Juris.
These prisoners aren't on my list.
Then add them. I'll tell you about it later.
As you say, Captain. Get aboard, you scum!
Alright, get aboard. Travel to Amenos. Here we go.
Inside, prisoner. Move!
I guess it took off our disguise. Alright, we go to the stockade. Oh, the guy's having some issues over there. That guy, jailer, doesn't like us. Alright. What are we doing here? Explore the station.
Oh, Brad. They'll make a statue out of me, too.
There's a guy over here who wants to talk. A jailer over there.
Over here.
But he has a guard disguise. Yoink, yoink, yoink.
Like my new outfit? What better way to search Amenos Station than disguised as a jailer, huh? I'll see what I can learn about our missing royals here in the stockade and around town. You headed the jungle. From what I already heard, you need to hurry.
What did you hear?
Before I engaged in 2 of my 3 favorite activities, eavesdropping and thievery, I heard the jailers talking about a bounty placed by the Green Serpent's prison gang. They're offering a reward for 3 nobles that washed ashore in the jungle.
You think that's related to the 3 alliance leaders?
What else could it be? Do you know of any other noble-born people who were lost at sea in the area? So head north and go through the big gate. That's your way into the jungle. Meanwhile, I'll see whether or not House Mornard is involved in all this.
Once I find the alliance leaders, how do I get off the island?
First, find the leaders. If you can't do that, find the serpents. One of them is bound to know something. I hear they have a camp northeast of the jungle gate. And take this flare. The 3 captains are circling the island waiting for your signal.
Any other words of advice before I head out?
Try not to let anything in the scary jungle kill you. Just head north, go through the gate, and head north some more. I hear there's a Green Serpent camp out that way. Hey, you got this. I mean, you probably got this. If anyone's got this, it's you.
Any useful words of advice?
Ooh, that's hurtful. And here I thought we were friends. But let me think. Oh, there's a coin fort on the far side of the island. Steer clear of that unless you run out of other options. It's controlled by the serpents, and they're stone-cold killers.
Do you think the Green Serpents are connected to the Ascended Order?
I haven't seen any signs of the Order here on Amenos. Yet. But there must be a connection, right? How else would the serpents know about the Alliance leaders if the Ascendant Order didn't tip them off?
Alright, I'll head into the jungle and
I'll
start
start
looking.
digging around out here. Oh, and if you were wondering, I'll hop a ship back to High Isle when I'm finished. Easy enough out here in Amenos Station, as long as you don't look like one of the prisoners.
Good luck, Jakar.
After you secure the royals, find a clear beach and fire. Ooh, that's...
Yoink, yoink. These are hard to find, so I'm gonna yoink them all.
You think the serpents were telling the truth? Freedom, if we find the lost nobles?
You know the Kaishiti's saying.
I don't care what you say.
If it sounds
I'm
too
heading
good,
into the jungle.
Probably.
Don't be stupid, Rasa. You're safer here in the stockade.
I am a good hunter. Freedom or death?
Right.
Look at here. New meat.
What were you and the Khajiit talking about?
You've got big ears, new meat. But if you must know, word around this stockade is that the Green Serpents are offering a way off this rock. Something about friends in high places. You just need to find a trio of nobles supposedly wandering the jungle.
You sound like you don't believe it.
What gave it away? The fact that no one gets off this rock? Or that the serpents have friends in high places? Or maybe how ridiculous it is to imagine nobles lost in the jungle. I'll tell you what I told Rasa. Going into the jungle is crazy.
Goodbye. Alright. Let's go outside the gate and see what we can find here. Right, we got a jailer. Looks like there's a quest down there. These like guards? Yeah, he's a guard. Nice little place out here. Let's look at the map. See what we're kind of supposed to do here. Oh, there's a way shrine I guess we missed. We should go back down there and get that real quick. Before we head up to the next quest marker.
Stranger, those stockade ruffians hauled away my husband. Can you help me?
Alright, we got the way shrine. So let's zoom out here and doesn't really... There's more dungeons up here, more sky shards. It's not really showing, find the camp northeast of the gate. So, northeast of the gate. Probably right up there, so that's where we're gonna head. Let's get out of this little area. It's interesting that I could just like walk back into the town there. Guard, not even trying to get me. A little weird, but seems odd.
Are you a
Oh,
political
maybe this is
prisoner,
the gate.
a war criminal, or a murderer?
Through this gate lies the jungle of Amenos.
You're the
Your
second
home for
cousin
the
of
rest
a
of your
duke sent
miserable
here to
lives.
rot.
Why do I keep talking to you? I'm innocent, I tell you. Don't send me into the jungle.
Too late for that. You've all been processed. If we don't banish you into the jungle, you'll die.
Right. Certain death out here. At least a slight chance to survive in the jungle. That's the fate of the banished.
Alright. I wonder if that's a true story they're telling. Alright, looks like our costume is off, so here we go. It's a nice little jungle. What is that? Alright, let's look at the map here. Okay, there we go. That's where we need to go, not up there. I was going northwest, I guess, anyway, so. Let's just keep an eye out for anything that's gonna move. There's like there's some creatures over there, but not many. Now, I did see a sky shard on the map. It's like right here, so let's go ahead and snatch that while we're over here. Right there, alright. Jumpity jump. This is a really cool looking area though. Give it that. Alright, 2 of 3. And I think when we start doing like a new zone, not like this expansion, but the next expansion, I want to kind of like do a cursory run through and go and get all the sky shards and all that kind of stuff first. Alright, we got a green serpent lurker right there in the bushes. Let's ignore it. Cool. This guy wants to fight. Oh, look at that, level 9, and we get to pick a new weapon. So what are we using now? We've got a Forgotten Adventurer's Inferno Staff. We want a Prophet Inferno Staff, I guess, which is a little bit more damage and training. So let's go ahead and claim that. 1 point into magicka. And I think that was another skill point, right? We still don't have 12 in anything, so I'm going to wait on that. But I did want to put 1 point into Elemental Blockade. And we'll save the other one for something else. And let's go ahead and equip that new weapon. Prophet's Inferno Staff. Quite a good upgrade, right? And it's training, so training gives us 6% extra experience for everything.
It's not my fault. They're dangerous, powerful.
There we go. Investigate. Alright, investigate the camp. There's something over here.
Captured royal and find the others. I promised all 3 to the ascendant Magus, and I won't disappoint you.
Alright, looks like they got one of them, so we'll have to go save him here in a second. Map of Amenos. Alright, there's a boat over there. Ooh, treasure trove here. We got some gold and some other items. We don't have the Thieves Guild kind of like unlocked, so. Oh, you want to go? One down. Got him too. Alright. It looks like there's something else up over here. Green Serpent Bounty. Reward for anyone who brings the 3 nobles lost in the jungle alive. The Ascendant Order has promised pardon and a way off this miserable island, even for the banished. And don't even think about trying to approach the Order directly. They only deal with me. If you let these nobles slip through our fingers, there will not be anywhere in this jungle safe from the teeth of my beasts. Find the lost nobles and earn your freedom, Dishj. I don't know. Alright. And looks like there's another one over here. A book. Alright, and Lasham's report. Boss. We're pretty sure the nobles made it ashore and are wandering the jungle, but I'll be damned if we can find them. I'll be sending blades down to the water. Keep losing them. Someone or something is picking them off in the jungle. One old sea dog managed to make it to the northeast shore, and I swear, boss, this is what he said. Some big kind of cat monster was ripping our guys in the surf. He beat a hasty retreat. I'm headed inland to gather more recruits and get them armed. We'll be back searching the northern shore. I just wanted you to know, Lasham. Alright, I wonder if that's the same captain, Lasham. Get our treasure chest here. Oh, there we go. And we got a maple ice staff. Alright, so reach the northern shore. So we need to go kind of north. So through here. Some kind of thing over there. We'll probably come back and explore all this later. I'm sure there's a million quests we can do over in this jungle area.
Pick up the pace, Squire. We must hasten to our next adventure. Where do your scribbles lead?
What is this?
Scribbles? I had to draw that map because you left the road to chase a fictional dragon. It's not my fault we're lost.
What's this? Are you distracted by my glory? Do you not recognize the hero standing in front of you? My deeds may be humble, but my name lives on in song. Believe me. And now my squire and I are on our way to give the bards more to sing about.
Did your squire say you're lost?
A minor setback, I assure you. We were going to stop a horde of bandits and elevate our names. But then a traveling druid told me about a dragon, and I confess my excitement got the better of me. No matter. We'll find some great villainy soon.
What sort of villainy are you hoping to find?
Does it matter? Evil must be defeated wherever it is found. Otherwise it festers like a festering thing. My squire would have a good metaphor.
Your squire seems upset.
She's angry with me. She feels that I failed to collect rations for this journey. Rations? Who needs food when adventures lie ahead? Her skills are commendable, but she still has much to learn. Which is why she is the squire and I am the knight.
Alright, goodbye. Let's see what the squire has to say real quick.
If you're looking to rob us, we only have crumbs. My night master was supposed to keep track of our supplies, but I think his vanity is rotting his brain. I just need to find him some sort of adventure so we can go back in triumph.
Why do you need to find him adventure?
He won't do anything to help people. We've let 3 villages suffer because their problems weren't grandiose enough. I'm half tempted to invent some great villain just so he'll find the motivation to fight.
Oh, let's see here. Which one? There's an enormous trove of treasure lying somewhere up north.
No fighting, and the journey ends up profitable. Now that's the kind of adventure I could go for. Hopefully some of that treasure contains a few relics or something I can throw his way to keep him placated.
Goodbye.
Well,
Alright, that was kind of cool.
do you know where we're going now? Lead on.
So, let's keep heading up north here. See what we can see. And once we've done it once, I won't kind of show it again, so... Or at least cut out what I can, just so we can kind of make our way through. There's a way shrine.
I should have waited for an escort at Amenos station with Mother.
Interesting. Mobs down there. I like the ambiance of the jungle. You can do all kinds of cool little things. Alright, and we just need to keep going straight. Make our way directly to, I guess, maybe a shipwreck? I don't know. I wonder if the lost guys are all like together, or if they're separated. Can't imagine they'd be together though, since I doubt they'd get along. All right, there's something. A big cat thing. Ooh, he's alive.
Another fight. Well, if you... Oh.
Casca.
Careful, Walker. All that swimming and fighting has made me hungry, and you look pretty tasty, I must say.
I'm not here to fight you. You're Casca, right? Zaji has been very worried about you.
You know Zaji, and he's alive? That's good to hear. Now I can kill him for getting us wrecked as soon as I see him. When the storm hit, it was all I could do to hang on to some wreckage and make it to this beach. We're on Amenos, right?
Yes, this is the prison island. I came to find you and the 3 Alliance leaders. What happened there? All these people just randomly popped in and I can't talk to her anymore. And then they're all running off here. Let's move. There we go.
Careful, Walker. You know Zaji, and he's the Alliance leaders, right? I keep meaning to try to find Queen Irene, but every time I get started, more of those prison mongrels rush out of the jungle and attack me. I love a good fight as much as the next sailor, but I'm exhausted.
You'd search for the Queen and the others together.
Sure, 2 noses are better than 1. If we can pick up Queen Irene's scent, I can track her. That's sort of my specialty. The nose knows, as the kittens say. Stay close and follow me.
Right behind you.
Let's look around. If I catch a familiar scent, I can follow it.
How did you and Zaji get picked to transport Queen Irene to the peace conference?
Peace conference! Is that what this is all about? Zaji received orders from the crown. I guess we were conscripted. Once I learned that our passenger was Queen Irene, I was dumbfounded that she chose the perfect pounds. Proud, but dumbfounded.
Right. Follow Casca. There she goes. Do. There's something. Was she up here? Alright. Crude shelter. Search.
What have we got here? Someone used this shelter recently. Their scent is fresh.
It's clearly like 20 feet away.
This way.
Alright. Campfire.
Let me take a sniff. Ah. The remains of a fire. There are tracks here. This way.
Jeez, disturbed sand.
Give me a moment.
All right.
There was a fight here. What's that? On the ground. That medallion has the Queen's scent all over it. There. I have her trail. Follow me.
Alright. Good news, finally. Let's see where this takes us. Oh, there's something.
The Queen is in danger.
I don't think she's in danger.
This jungle is dangerous, Casca. Even your friend shouldn't be wandering about.
That doesn't sound like the Queen's voice that I remember. Alright, a Murkmire treasure map. What?
Fair day and Oriel's blessing to you. I am Irene Arana Aldmeri, Queen of the Aldmeri Dominion. You have my apologies, friend of Casca. I'm a stink worse than a 3-day dead Gua right now.
Lady Arabelle sent me to find you and the other Alliance leaders.
Lady Arabelle. I knew she wouldn't leave us to rot in this jungle. But she only sent you. Not an army or a chivalry of knights. No matter. I welcome the company. Trouncing these green serpent bastards is amusing, but I'm starting to grow weary.
I can signal a rescue ship as soon as we find High King Emmerich and Prince Ernskar.
Ah, yes. We were together for a time, but we argued and he rushed off in a huff. I believe I know where to find him after we make some preparations for our rescue. You can signal a ship, but I can help calm the storm that hugs the coast.
How can you do that?
Never heard about my time with the Sea Elf pirates? They taught me some weather magic. Could you get what I need for the ritual? A claw from a volcanic beast, a feather, and the bones of a drowned sailor. Sadly, these beaches are thick with those.
I'll find the items that you need for your weather ritual.
Gather the claw, a feather, and the bones, and I'll make sure the rescue ship can reach the shore safely. While you're gone, I want to take a look at Casca's wounds. She won't admit it, but I can see that she's hurt pretty badly.
You're really you're really the leader of the Aldmeri Dominion?
I am. I founded our alliance right after I accepted my dead father's crown. Anything else you want to know?
I found the
Dominion in a hostile jungle, in case you haven't noticed.
I found the Dominion.
The old ways are gone. The High Elves, the Khajiit, and the Wood Elves have the strength of will and character to unify Tamriel. I know we may not see eye to eye, but the war has only served to forge my resolve. I believe it with all my heart.
How did you gain that crown?
When my father died, I took up his throne. It was a difficult transition. But I believe my experience has prepared me, honed me to be the ruler the Dominion needs. The ruler Tamriel needs, if I may be so bold.
What did you do before you became queen?
What have you heard? I adventured for a time, but the tales of my exploits have been greatly exaggerated. Except the story about the bear. Or the kite. Or the trolls. I miss adventuring. That's where I met Casca, in Elsewhere, during my travels.
Goodbye.
Casca, you've been injured.
Alright.
Tend to your wounds.
So we need to go find some items. Looks like they're all located right up here around us. So let's go start looking. Volcanic Beast Claw. And some other items I can't even remember. I think we're close enough that we can pick them up as we get there. Alright, right over here. It looks like there's a little volcano. So this is probably the volcanic claw. Oh, it's already here. Dead. Nice. Alright. And on the other side of this one, we'll just ignore these guys. Oh, Green Serpent Getaway. That's not where we want to go. We're gonna go right over here. Down here. Some of these rocks are always, you know, a little jutty out and stuff, so it's a little difficult. Ooh! Oh, and our first death. We can go ahead and resurrect here. Forgot we don't have the fall damage champion points, so that's quite the fall. Right, the next ritual item is right up here on the ground. Harpy feather. And one more. That direction. Is that a... There's a sky shard right here. Let's kill this harpy. Where is that sky shard? There we go. I think it's down below. See if we can kind of jump our way over there. There it is. See if we can get on the ground without dying. Alright, there's another sky shard. Alright, that's taken care of. So we need to flip back around here. So there's a way shrine over that way we're going to want to pick up along with the quest item we need. So I'm going to head that direction now. Looks like there's some creatures here we might want to avoid. Let's get the way shrine first, because I think it's like more out of the way than the other one. There we go. And then straight ahead, I can remember the map. Should send us in the right direction here. And there's some bones of a sailor. Alright. And back to the queen, I think.
Will be all right. And you have the items? Well done.
Got a mage book. And I guess a treasure chest right here. Oh, we got a yellow lead. So I think we might have to go unlock this scrying ability. I did read that they only last for 30 days, so we might have to go unlock that before we go much longer.
While portals to and from Amenos are prohibited, I can teleport within the confines of the island. It just takes more effort. Interesting. Thank you for procuring these items. With them, I can clear the storm when we're ready to depart.
We still need to find High King Emmerich and Prince Ernskar.
Oh, very well, if you insist. You may not believe this, but Emmerich and I do not always see eye to eye. He's as stubborn as his throne is uncomfortable. Why the Bretons insist their king must suffer every time he sits down, I'll never understand.
Where were you when High King Emmerich took off on his own?
Here, I'll mark your map. It was just north of here. I wonder how excited you'll be when the eagle and the lion are back together again. We tend to argue. A lot. I'll catch up after I prepare the items you brought me for the ritual.
Be careful, Queen Erin. The green serpents are still hunting for you.
Have no fear, I'll be along shortly. I just need to... Never mind, it's complicated. Magicka. Don't worry, I've got this. Go find Emmerich.
Can you tell me what happened before your ship was wrecked?
It was a well-planned and dastardly attack. I could sense the magical nature of the summoned storm, and none of my own arcane protections functioned. They blocked them somehow. If the storm hadn't raged out of control, I'd be dead now.
You know where they lost control? You know they lost control of their storm ritual?
Of course. I'm not an archmage, but I know my way around a spell or two. They must have had agents aboard as well, because I sensed a pulse of magicka before the storm hit. Whatever it was, the bastards rendered every enchanted item we had useless.
Do you plan to go forward with the peace talks?
Absolutely. Tamriel is changing and her leaders must adapt. The situation in Cyrodiil right now, I can't see a way forward. Perhaps these talks represent a solution. I'm always in favor of people sitting down to have an earnest conversation.
Alright, so
I'll
goodbye.
Be fine. I just need a moment.
And right on the other side of that way shrine is where we need to go. So if only I knew that. Sprint doesn't work sometimes. It's kind of weird. I've noticed it on some of my other characters where I'll try to sprint my mount and it just doesn't do anything. Alright, we got the fire looks pretty cool. Gotta give it that. Alright, let's see if we can find this. Okay. Alright, well, welcome back to where we started. I don't know what happened there, but jeez. Let's see if we can run past this guy up here. That was just weird. I guess the server rubber band us back or something. Alright. So in this general area, you
This
should...
is a spot. But no Emmerich. That man is infuriating.
Oh.
This complicates the situation. Let's talk. Emmerich isn't here, but he left behind a number of green serpents. For a man of his advanced years, he can still swing a powerful sword.
Any ideas how we can find High King Emmerich now?
Emmerich is nothing if not reliable. Look at the way the dead serpents are laid out. Isn't it obvious? He left a trail to follow. It leads directly into the cave just up the path. Go ahead and look for him.
Aren't you coming?
I'll be along shortly. The poultices should have done their job by now, so I want to go back and retrieve Casca. We will want her strength at our side before this is over, and she needs to be nearby when you signal for the rescue ship.
Alright, I'll go look for High King Emmerich in the cave over there.
Don't worry about me. If I could survive the politics of Somerset, I can handle an inhospitable island. I'll retrieve Casca and we'll meet up with you in a bit.
Goodbye. Alright. So I did see a delve on the map, so I think we might have to do a delve to rescue him. Let's see. Alright. And we'll come back and do the delve quest later.
There was a shipwreck. The others need help.
Do that another time. So we don't muddy the waters like we did in that one episode that was 2 hours long. Alright. Alright, looks like we just need to go through here. It's like a jungle temple-ish kind of thing. You can hear all kinds of creatures. Oh. What? What the heck? This thing is aggressive. Eldertide Stormblade. Yeah. Alright. Coral Cliffs. Just out of range. Come on, get over here, buddy. Alright, looks like he's on the far side over there. Is it some kind of healing? Crabs. Look at this. Alright. Oh jeez, what the heck? Colossal crab. Come on. Alright, I think this is just like a never-ending, never-ending tale of mobs over here. Alright, let's get this, these guys. There's a bear. Go. The crabs are just like aggressive. Alright. Let's cook some crabs. Man. Aggressive. Probably from my AoE fire here though. Alright. Oh, there's a sky shard there. This lady's throwing bugs at us here. No, it's a warden. Alright. Let's get our well-earned sky shard here. As soon as we get out of combat. And search that backpack, see if we can get some more motifs. Oh, we got 2 bears. Just kind of line them up so I can fire damage on both of them. Go. That kind of wasn't the position I wanted, but can't tell if he's in it. Alright. So right over this direction. Through this cave. Right, what are we looking for here? Up this way? Ah. Let's get these guys. Oh man, that's a little bit quicker than you would expect. Alright. Man. That is a cool move. That reminds me of, like, there's a monster helm that kind of does something like that. I don't know if that's like a class ability or not. Alright, but there's some more over there. You go, yeah, you go. Go be fast over there. Alright. Let's get some magicka back here. I really don't like the fire staff as much as the lightning staff, but we're gonna make do with what we have for now.
You just volunteered to be our sacrifice.
Alright, that was too easy. Let's drink a potion. Alright. Now, where is High King Emmerich? We're still not there. Is there something in here? Guess we killed the devil boss and got sky shards, so kind
of you vile serpents to fight. Good. I'm just getting started.
Oh, that sounds like him. Same voice actor.
You don't appear to be one of these green serpent ruffians.
Hello.
Since you're the first person I've encountered in this damn jungle who isn't trying to kill me, let's assume we're going to be friends. I'm High King Emmerich. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Lady Arabelle sent me to find you and the other Alliance leaders.
Lady Arabelle, you say? How is the dear woman? She and I have shared quite a few close calls over the years. But she only sent you? I assumed I merited at least a dozen knights or so. Ah well, I assume you have a way to get us off this damn island.
I can signal a rescue ship as soon as we find Prince Ernskar, and Queen Irene can clear the storm.
Ah, you've seen Irene. And she's still alive? Good. Do you know, I was looking for young Ernskar when these serpents rushed out and tried to toss me in that cage. I showed them. But I think they may have captured our wayward Nord prince.
I did overhear some green serpents mention they had captured one of you.
I half expected to find our young Nord prince sitting atop a pile of dead serpents, but no such luck. Let's take a look around and see if we can find anything that points to where the serpents might be holding Urin's pup.
All right, I'll look around.
Come to think of it, I also heard these serpents mention a captured noble. I suppose that's what whoever's behind this told them. No reason to reveal we're royals. Instantly raises the bounty. I really wish I'd taken one of them prisoner, though.
What does a High King do, exactly?
What does a High King do? Everything and nothing, or so it seems some days. I lead the Daggerfall Covenant, I rule over High Rock, and I attend meetings. So many meetings. Any other questions before more of these serpents show up?
How did you gain your crown?
Over my strenuous objections, honestly. I was Earl of Cumberland. Before King Gardner died, he dropped dead of the Nahartan flu, and suddenly I was crowned King of Wayrest. Haven't had a decent night's sleep since.
Why did the Pact send Prince Ernskar instead of his father?
That's a good question. Yoren the Scald King was invited, of course, but the official response we got out of Mournhold was short and sweet. His son would negotiate on the Pact's behalf.
Think that's going to be a problem?
Not for me. I have heard that Ernskar is something of a royal pain in the arse. But aren't we all, to some extent? Perhaps Yoren is using this as a training exercise. If Ernskar doesn't make matters worse, maybe he'll learn something.
Goodbye. All right,
Look
so
around.
some.
Ernskar was here before they moved him. I'm sure of it.
Let's see here. Sungir, the axe of the Scald King.
The Scald King's axe. Ernskar held that like Queen Maria grips a sweet roll. He wouldn't give it up willingly.
A letter from Desh Jar. Claiming the Scald King's axe. Good for you. I'm sure it will make an excellent trophy. Also tells me that these nobles are more important than the ascended Megas. Let on. But why don't we have the other two nobles in our hands yet? Get out there and find the others. The Magus does not accept excuses. They will want these three nobles, whomever they turn out to be, and so do I. I want the reward the Magus promised, a way off this rock and freedom. Tell those idiots to get to work, or I'll feed each and every one of you to my beautiful pets. And make sure the one we do have is secured in the coin fort. Just be careful. He fights like a giant. All right.
Fights like a giant. That sounds like Ernskar. And he's at the coin fort. Well done.
Exit the cave and
Let's
find the queen.
Irene, shall we?
All
All
right.
that dead lout had was this bottle of wine.
Can we go out this way?
Ugh. Sour. Is there no joy on this damned island?
Yes, we can. Just jump down, make sure we hit the...
Yeah, if I were to break an ankle making this jump, Queen Maria would kill me. I'll go around.
Yeah, you go around, do your own thing. I got my quest marker. Alright, so now we need to go to the coin fort and free the last guy. So,
You there! I'm begging you. There was a shipwreck. The
yeah,
others
yeah,
need help.
we'll do that. We'll come back for you.
Good to see you still well, Emmerich.
And you, Irene. Nice, cat. I say, friend, let's chat.
Alright, talk to High King Emmerich.
I washed up alone, and now I'm surrounded by allies. At least, allies for the nonce. It's funny how fate can change in a moment, eh? Let's talk about the things we found in the cave.
What does a high A? Oh, we already did that one. We did that one. We found a note from the Green Serpent leader.
Right. Mentions taking their captive noble to the coin fort. That has to be Prince Ernskar. Amenos used to be a stronghold for High Rock slave traders, but that was many years ago. There's a crumbling old ruin just west of here.
There were Breton slave traders?
A long time ago, yes. Not something the Covenant sanctions today. But you're missing the pertinent point. The Green Serpent Gang is using the old coin fort as a hideout, and they're holding Prince Ernskar there.
We also found the Skulled King axe.
We did indeed. There are songs sung about that weapon. Literally, Yoren performed one of them the last time we shared company. We must return it to the prince when we find him. Anyway, our course seems clear. We make for the coin fort to the west.
Right, we'll meet at the coin fort.
Don't worry about me. I'll meet you at the coin fort. It's just west of here, if I remember my maps. I'll just spend the walk thinking about the choices I've made. A little retrospective.
Alright,
To the coin fort.
Coin
Shall
fort?
we journey there together, Irene?
Right over
Casca
there.
will run ahead and clear the path. I'll make my own way there. I'll see you at the fort.
There we go.
Do try to keep pace with Casca, Emmerich. She'll keep you safe.
There we go. It's very interesting. I don't remember them, all the other quests that I've done. Maybe I'm just remembering it wrong, but I don't remember them being friendly at all. But it seems like they're a little friendly, so that's kind of cool. Maybe that's like the next chapter as they end the war and go on from there. All right. We're just gonna hug this wall. Coin fort's right in front of us, so as long as we go through this water, it should be fine. There we go. Da da da. Jump. I'm glad they don't have like like the mudfish or whatever. You get too far in some of these, and they just get instant killed by fish. It's kind of funny. There it is. There's the coin fort right there. Let's make our way across this little lake, I guess. There's a beacon, if you will. The enchanting item. Those things are everywhere. I guess we gotta get it. Know what I mean? It's like if we don't, I feel like I'm leaving items on the table. And we got a blue one, so that's pretty nice.
Truth be told, this is one of the most relaxing diplomatic missions I've had in quite some time.
Alright, wait.
Walker, we need to talk.
Walker? What?
Bright moons shine upon us, Walker. Before you arrived, I did some sniffing. A scent like the one that lingers on that axe you found. It's inside the Coin Lord's old fort. I'd bet Zaji's left ear that it's Prince Ernskar.
Any ideas how we get inside?
Queen Irene suggests subterfuge. They seek the nobles. Let's give them one.
You're suggesting we hand over one of the Alliance leaders?
In a word, yes. Pretend Emmerich is your prisoner. Escort him to the front gate and wait for them to let you in. Meanwhile, the Queen and I will await your signal. After we free Ernskar, we'll find a place to signal the rescue ship.
As long as the High King agrees, well, that could work.
The High King most definitely agrees. Lead on, my foul captor.
Come, Casca. Let's see how much trouble we can get into.
They captured one of the nobles. You, bring that prisoner inside at once. Sentry, unlock the gate.
Yeah, unlock the gate. You fools. Like a Trojan horse in these guys. Alright. The old coin fort.
I'll draw the serpents out. Be ready.
Hands off, you bastard!
Alright. There's some guys.
One of the nobles Dishchi wants.
High King Emmerich is no one's prisoner.
Steady, my friend.
Attack!
There we go, easy enough. Right, oh, the bow guy. Come on. There we go. Wow. Now he's got cats. Argonians and cats.
Well done. Casca and I will cause a distraction. Go find Prince Enscar.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find Prince Ingzar. Am I gonna be alone? I'm gonna go this way. Oh, I guess everybody's coming along on this party. It's kind of cool for like an new zone quest, right? You get to party with all the leaders. All right. One down. Two down. All right. Easy enough. What else is over there? Nothing? All right. I think we're gonna have like a Coliseum fight. What do you think? Oh, level 10. Look at that. Alright, so we get 3 attribute points, 3 skill points, and we get access to the dungeon finder. So we're gonna put all those into magicka. And still don't have. Oh, we do have shadow at level 12, but I don't want consuming darkness. So we'll wait on that. It's not a big deal. These lower levels, it really doesn't matter. Alright, what is this? Can I knock him out? I need to eat in 3 seconds here. Let's go ahead and eat real quick.
Can I assume this is a rescue?
Prince
I am Prince
Ernskar.
Ernskar, heir to the throne of Windhelm and Skyrim. Since you don't appear to be one of these green serpent bastards, can I assume you're a friend?
I'm here with High King Emmerich and Queen Aryn. We came to rescue you.
So all 3 Alliance delegates still live. Good. As soon as I came ashore, I was set upon by the serpents. I made the bastards pay. But even the son of Yoren, the Skull King, can't fight an entire prison gang on his own. There were too many of them.
Here's your father's axe. Come on. Once we reach the shore, I can signal a ship to pick us up.
Sungir, axe of the Skull King. Ah, it feels good to cradle you in my arms again, you powerful blade. But we can't go yet. The Serpent said that something called the Ascendant Order is behind us. Their leaders, the Lord and Magus, are here.
Now is not the time, Prince Ernskar. We need to get you out of here in to the other High Isle.
And we will, after we deal with the Ascendant Order leaders. Emmerich would agree, and so would Irene. Come, friend. We can deal with these traitors in one fell swoop.
Alright, I'm with you. Let's deal with the Ascendant Order
With
leaders.
Sungir once more in hand, I feel better already. Let's find this Ascendant Lord and his Magus. I want to show them what it means to attack a Nord warrior.
Why isn't your father attending the peace talks?
Someone was going to ask that eventually. Publicly, Yoren wants me to step up. The Pact is a sprawling alliance facing threats from all sides. The Skull King has many responsibilities. This is his way to finally allow me to share his burdens.
And privately?
Privately. The old goat is someone warming his bed at night, and refuses to stray too far from home. She's a lovely Riften lass. Brunhilde. My father's never been happier. He was only too eager to let me travel in his stead and represent the Pact.
After all this, do you still plan to participate in the peace talks?
Hope is for poets, like my father. I am a warrior. One does not shy from battle at the first sign of danger. Even if nothing is gained from these conversations, Emmerich, Irene, and I shall be the ones who decide when to quit the field.
Tell me about yourself, Prince Ernskar.
Curious about the Prince of Windhelm, are you? What do you want to know? I have nothing to hide.
How is the Ebonheart Pact formed?
You don't know the story? How our three disparate peoples came together to repel the Akaviri invaders? I haven't always thought so, but I believe the Nords, the Dark Elves, and the Argonians are truly stronger together. I've seen it firsthand.
Do you and your father get along?
A personal question. My relationship with the Skull King is complex. He loves the chance to teach lessons, to pass on his tales. But he is still disappointed that I can't sing, forever denying him that father-son duet he's always dreamed of.
Gosh. What did you do before you took up your role as the prince?
My role? I've been a prince my entire life. My youth was not unlike yours, I imagine. I hunted, I fought, and I learned my lessons. I bathed in the frigid waterfalls that crash from the high peaks, and wrestled with wolves for sport. The usual.
Alright, goodbye.
It feels good to be armed again. I've missed you, Songir.
I'll get Irene and Casca. We'll wait for your signal.
Alright, let's go get some magus. Can we go this way? The door is sealed. We have to go the long way around. Oh, they got orcs. And they just like fall over. Alright. This guy. It's all the dot damage I think builds up and just drops them. Alright, these guys are just having a little fun. This guy. Oh my god. Does he really run like that? That was pretty funny. That was comical. Oh, got a pet. There we go. Got poisoned, I guess. Alright, let's keep going.
Yeah, let's listen in.
We will have your missing nobles by day's end, my lord.
See that you do. Magus, summon the order. We meet on High Isle on the morrow.
Enough! Get down there!
My liege, we must go.
Oh, come on. Oh. I had him. That plot armor's juicy. There we go. Oh my god, they just keep coming. Come on. Got another one. Not sure what snared me though. Oh, Shadow 13. I think that one's consuming soul.
I won't allow you to escape.
Too late. Alright. There we go. I need magicka. Yeah, it doesn't really return back as much. Oh, this is a,
Find a way outside so you can signal the ship. I need a moment. Guess I'm not as recovered as I thought.
He needs a moment. Alright, let's double check these bookshelves real quick for any residual lore books that might be unique here. I don't want to have to come back here. And getting lots of different lore books here. And there's achievements all related to all the different books and stuff, so definitely worth the few moments it takes to loot these, for sure. Like, every single one of these is new to me, so it's good to know. Alright, let's get out of here. Guess I needed a breather. Alright. Nothing of interest there. Got a few more guys to deal with. Didn't dodge fast enough. Got a magic weapon, that's nice. Signal the ship. Man, you gotta be quick on that. That's for sure. Wow, he decided to show up.
I can see the ocean. That's a good place to use your signal.
I'm going to place my signal.
Shore's bold. Let's see that light all the way back in Wilhelm. Let's get to the dock.
Alright, where... I mean, do we jump off here? I mean, kind of a one-way passage here. Ah, there we go. Another cat. There we go. Or rawhide. Got a little bit of experience out of that one. But I think we're gonna have a little boss fight here. Yep.
Hold them at bay. See how
Green serpents! Attack!
Don't let them interrupt the queen.
Oh, what? what kind of cheesy attack is that? You could just... Let's do a potion. Come on, let's get some magicka back here. Desperately low on magicka, that's for sure. Alright, let's kill this cat. I think that's gonna be quicker than that guy. Go, move out of the way of that. And drop that. There we go. Try to make sure we get a light attack in between all of our spamming.
No ship can reach us through this.
Oh, we got another lead.
Patience, lad. Irene is working on that.
waves and storms. Heed my call and still your fury.
It's working!
I don't believe it. She actually did it.
Onto the ship, quickly.
Alright, skiff to the perfect bounce too. Ooh, that's hilarious.
We got them all, even Casca. Friend, give the word and Zaji will have you back at Mandrake Manor before you know it.
Alright, let's go. Do we need to talk to anybody here?
As depressing as it sounds, that's the most fun I've had in months. To be honest, I wasn't sure the ritual would work. If it hadn't, let's assume Zaji could have navigated through the storm and reached us anyway. Yeah, let's go with that.
See here. Did you have any trouble reaching the dock?
Between Emmerich and I, the green serpents scattered like leaves in a strong breeze. And thanks to Casca's formidable presence, the rest were quick to abandon their posts. I made sure to hold off on the ritual until I saw the signal flare.
Do you think we'll have more trouble with the Ascended Order?
Absolutely. They raised a storm and sank 3 ships to try to kill us. As long as their leaders live, there's no reason to expect them to just surrender. At least Emmerich, Ernskar, and I still draw breath. Thanks to you.
Goodbye. Alright. Prince. That's not what I want to do.
The Ascended Magus and his lord are cowards. Neither would stand and fight. They call themselves knights? Hardly. At least we heard their plans. A meeting on High Isle, we heard the Ascended Lord say.
We need to return to Mandrake Manor and inform the lady?
Of course. But you must tell her what I'd learned while I was a captive. The Ascended Order is behind all this, and they are led by the Ascended Lord and his Magus.
Oh, we kind of knew that already.
Truly? Well, you did not know that they were planning a big meeting on High Isle until we heard the Ascended Lord say it, so that's something. And did you know the Lord planned to kill us as soon as the Green Serpents delivered us to him?
You sure the Ascended Order wants you all dead?
As sure as we made it onto the ship alive. They want to make a show of it. You could hear it in their voices. This Magus, this Lord, they hunger for power. And the death of 3 Alliance leaders would be quite a start to their feast.
Goodbye. And King Emmerich?
A daring rescue, a clean escape. Well done, my friend. I can't wait to tell Queen Maria all about it.
How fares the Alliance?
The Covenant remains strong. Or so I tell myself from atop the lumpy pillow of my unbearably uncomfortable throne. Look, we've accomplished quite a bit in these past few years. I mean, you tell me. Is it madness to hope for peace in our time?
That is the purpose of the conference, right?
Indeed. The people of High Rock, Hammerfell, and Hrothgar seek to build a future together. A process you've been part of. Someday, the Covenant will be victorious. In my heart, I believe that. But if we can achieve peace sooner, why not try?
Why did the pack send the prince instead of his father?
That's a good question. Yoren the Scald King was invited.
Alright, we already heard all that. So let's just go home. I think he's just going to repeat lines. Alright, go back.
Zaji's ship was closest when the signal flare ignited. Do you like it? I call it the perfect pounce, too. Anyway, Zaji is supposed to get you back to Mandrake Manor as quick as he can. Just give the order and we'll leave these dreadful shores.
Alright. Give the order.
Zaji's ship.
I can't target it. There we go. Alright, we're back on High Isle. Where is it going to drop us off at? Oh, guess
nice
what?
to be back in the city. Lady Arabelle wants you back at Mandrake Manor, friend. I'll see you there.
Alright, let's, where are we at? Alright, I'm gonna make my way up to Mandrake Manor. Alright, we're here with everybody.
Hero now. Well done, my dear.
Excellent. Who wants a drink? The Prince of Windhelm is buying.
Hold fast there, lad. We're safe for now, but the battle's just begun.
Alright, let's talk to Lady Arabelle.
Good work finding the Alliance leaders and getting them off Amenos safely. I'm quite proud of you, my dear. Lord Bacaro and I will spirit them to a more secure location shortly. Then we can turn our attention back to the Ascendant Order.
The Ascendant Order plans to hold a large gathering somewhere on High Isle.
So Prince Ernskar told me. We'll get to that. First, you need to rest, and I need to make sure our royal guests remain safe. For now, take this. As long as I can count on you, there's more where that came from.
Alright, so it looks like we get a primal two-handed bow. Pretty nice little bow. Nice. And almost 300 gold, so with that, we've made our
The
escape
royals have
from
finally
Amenos.
reached Tyre. Over here, dear. We have more work.
And we leveled up again. There we go. So we got 25 potions and 1 attribute point and 1 skill point. So let's go ahead and apply that to Magicka. And we got 6 skill points that we need to spend. So let's go ahead and make do with that. So I want to pick up Death Stroke. This is not the best ultimate until it gets morphed, but when it gets morphed, you can see we can get Soul Harvest, which every time you kill an enemy, you gain ultimate. And then what we'll do is we'll put a different ultimate on our back bar, so we can swap to it. So we'll be able to do more ultimates. But let's go ahead and take the Impale morph of Assassin's Blade. Gives us a few more points. Let's take... I don't want to spend my point on that one yet. Let's do Catalyst 1. And leave those unmorphed for right now. We're going to pick up Trifocus. So this will give us 6% more damage with a Fire Staff heavy attack. Let's see here. We're going to take Penetrating Magic, which will just possibly do more damage. And we got 1 more skill point left, which we'll put into Grace, which will give us more light armor bonus. There we go. And that's all our skill points we have for right now. We'll have to go through these and see what we can get later on. Alright, but with that, that is the end of the episode. A little long. Hopefully I can trim some of that fat on the episode, but we've saved all of the guys now. So all of the alliance leaders were good there. I'm not sure how long this quest line goes on, but once we complete the main quest here, we'll go back and start doing all the little side quests and delves and public dungeons and all that stuff, and level up. And then once we complete everything in the expansion, except maybe the veteran dungeons and maybe the normal dungeon, I don't know if we're going to be able to do those yet. The DLC dungeons and the chapter dungeons are a lot harder than the baseline stuff, so we might not be able to do that until we're higher level. But we'll do as much as we can and wipe it all out. But thank you very much for watching, and have a fantastic day.